Alrighty, this is Authentically British with a walkthrough of Chrono Trigger, just for you guys. This is one of the best games Square has ever made, and now you get to enjoy this walkthrough, if you're unsure about purchasing it, of course. Which there's no reason for you to not purchase this game, because it is amazing. Anyway, let's get started. Alrighty, so the soundtrack of this game was composed by Yasunori Mitsuda, and it had everybody from the Square team, and I think it was made in 1994, not entirely sure, but basically the whole staff behind this game, composers were actually Yasunori Mitsuda and Nobuo Uematsu, and honestly, they actually called this team of staff the Dream Team, because it was just like so many heavy hitters in Square's company. So this is maybe quite possibly the pinnacle of SquareSoft at the time. It was SquareSoft. But this could be the pinnacle of SquareSoft's gaming, well, not gaming, but production value. I don't know. I'm not explaining myself correctly. Anyway, basically, you're a Chrono, this kid here with the floppy red hair, and you obviously still live with your mother, and she is now talking about your inventor friend, which is Luca. This is the PlayStation version that came with Final Fantasy Chronicles, so you keep that in mind as we go through it. Load times are a little rough. Anyway, basically the story of this game starts out with Chrono. As you can see, he just woke up, and the Millennial Fair is today. Some background about the Millennial Fair: it is actually the 400th year anniversary of the Kingdom of Guardia, which is the kingdom in which you live. It's been 400 years since they defeated the Mystics, and the Mystics are the little monster creatures that can also talk, and they fought against humans way back when. Alright, so let's just start by going over here. This song right here, the soundtrack of this game is just ridiculously good. Alright, let's go to Guardia first. Just gonna get some background information and everything. Random battles are not present in this game. Battles are already placed on the screen, and you can actually avoid many battles. In this case, we're not going to avoid them though, we're going to attack. Okay, magic in this game works in the form of something called techs, which is short for techniques. I'll explain more of that later, but for right now, Chrono has one tech, which actually no, he has no techs. Well, I thought he already had his first tech. But basically, it's your typical JRPG. Depending on where enemies are at, your techniques can hit. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna save that for later, after we get farther along. There you go, 3 tech points, 1 tonic, GP. It's just all your normal JRPG stuff. Let's actually go to Guardia Castle to start before we go to the Millennial Fair. Here's one of those triggered events. Like I said, this game is just so polished. It's just so nice. You can move in 360 degrees, which is just awesome. Actually, I think it might just be 8 direction. But unlike Final Fantasy games, which restrict you to tile movement, at least they did up until Final Fantasy VII, in this game there are tiles, but it doesn't restrict you to tile movement. Let me see, I think it might be 360-degree movement, free movement. Yeah, it's just completely free movement, 360 degrees, moving in 8 directions. 8 directional movement, I guess. I'll call it 360 movement. Anyway, fight some more of these mushroom monsters. I think the original Japanese translation was actually shiitake, like the mushroom monster, but right now we have hitake. They're hitakes or hitakis, I don't know. I'm guessing there might be hitake mushrooms, I don't know. I know of shiitake mushrooms. Anyway. Continuing on, etc., etc. So, there's my cyclone technique, I'll show that off later. Yep, but everything in this game, polished as you can tell, much different than Final Fantasy. And honestly, this game actually had a sequel called Radical Dreamers that was only released in Japan. Some people have ported hacks of it, I think. Here's Guardia Castle. And there's also another, it's not direct, I guess. I guess it's just, you know, it's a sequel. It's not a direct sequel, it's just a sequel. It's called Chrono Cross, but I wish they would make a direct sequel. These soldiers, can't let you through, go check out the festival. It's one of the other great things about this game. You go into the castle, and if you remember about my Final Fantasy V playthrough, at one point I noted that in Wall's Castle you can just walk right in, no problem whatsoever. Here, not the case. Not the case at all. They actually kick you out of the castle, because, I mean, it's obvious. Why would you want a terrorist, or, you know, maybe a possible terrorist coming in and wrecking stuff? Like I said, this game's just so polished. Okay, let's start with the tech. Okay, Cyclone, we're gonna wait for a second here. Just let them attack me, I guess. But, here's just their technique. You have magic. Okay, as you can see right here, you can see the two cursors pointing at both guys. And depending on what technique you're using, you can hit more than one person, or more than one enemy rather, with your technique. So there's a lot more strategy involved here than, like I said, in all Final Fantasy game. And everything is single attack, I guess. Like, if I wanted to use Cure on everybody, I can't use Cure on everybody because there's no button to do it, at least to my knowledge. Okay, we'll avoid these guys here. Let's get the Millennial Fair. Okay, moving on. Lean Square. Site of the Millennial Fair. Okay, there's actually a lot of mini games to do here. They're not really important or anything. This guy right here, Melshire, I think that's how you pronounce it, Melshire the Swordsmith. Yeah, we'll try to purchase something from him. Let's see what he's got for sale. Iron Blade, or a Load Sword. I don't have money. I have money for an Iron Blade, but not a Load Sword. I actually might wait until later to get anything. We'll hold off for now. He says he lives on the continent to the east. Come see him sometime. Oh, we will. He is extremely important to the plot later on. Cadillac, yeah, sure, bet. Okay, let's bet on this race here. Last round's winner, Cadillac. Sure. We'll actually go with Cadillac. This is just one of the mini games in the Millennial Fair. And these guys down here race around. And there's a way to cheat. This guy right here usually tells you who the winner is. And sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. He goes on streaks. Obviously he picked Cadillac, which is obviously the cat. And obviously this green guy here won. And the cat is in last. So like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Another thing that will be important later on is this guy right here, Norstein Beckler. Now, I don't have any silver points, which is what you gain through the mini-games here. So, like I said, that will be important later on. Let's see, where should I go? Okay, this is another mini-game. He's got to go to the edge. Wait till you get there. There you go. Put one silver point in card. Basically, it just powers up. The farther you go back, the higher you powered up. So you need to hit it all the way at the back here. Right there. There you go. And we'll move up to the second square here. Away. Don't want to hit you. Okay. Let's see here. It's a Citadel guzzling contest. Press the X button as fast as you can. Right, set, go. Now you'll see me jam on my controller here. I don't think I'm going to win this one though. Yeah, only 6 cans. That's not too hard later on. It's just one of the mini games again.